Welcome to another edition of One Voice at a Time, or as my director pointed out to me a few minutes ago, we should probably call it one meow at a time. If you hear some noise on the set other than the three of us, it's cats, and you're going to get to see them. We have with us people representing the Seacoast Cat Club, and we're going to give you all the information you need to go and see the show and participate in the show as well. So I think this is going to be a fun show. And I'm going to start off with Carol. And Carol, could you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. I'm a member of the Seacoast Cat Club. I've been competing cats for almost 20 years. I breed Egyptian Mouse, but I also compete my household pet who was adopted from a Nashua shelter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I enjoy that, and I also run the agility obstacle course. So I keep myself busy.
I think you do.
I do.
And Sharon, welcome. I'm glad that you're with us. And what are your credentials here today?
Well, I'm president of Seacoast Cat Club. Was a former board member of the Cat Fanciers Association, and I'm an all-breed judge with Cat Fanciers Association for a long time. Not a breeder, haven't been breeding cats for a long time, but still have some old timers at my house.
Okay, that's great. So tell us what's going to be going on and when this is going to happen. You've got the show coming up in Concord?
In Concord, at the Everett Arena, which is right on Loudon Road. It's on May 2nd and 3rd, Saturday and Sunday. Saturdays from 9:30 to 4:30 approximately, and Sundays 8:30 to 3 approximately.
Okay. And we're going to talk about some of the things that are going to happen up there. So it's at the Everett Arena, and it's not just for people who breed cats or just for purebreds kind of thing. They call them purebreds?
They call them pedigree.
Pedigree. Okay. Okay. Yeah, the terms are, I know, not always the same. So what exactly is the Cat Fanciers Association? You mentioned that you're a member of that. What is that? I know people call it the CFA, but we want to let the world know what it really means.
Cat Fanciers Association is the world's largest registry of pedigreed cats. And basically they have recognized 41 breeds of cats. 41 breeds of cats, and those cats have a pedigree. They get a registration number, which allows them to compete if they're, a show quality kitty.
Wow, that's pretty good. Now, judging pedigree cats, what's involved in that?
Basically, every breed of cat has a standard, a published standard, based on 100 points.
Wow, 100.
Based on 100 points of the most important things with their breed. So there may be 40 points on their head, and that's broken down by like ear set, eye set. Maybe we can get one of your kittens out at the same time so they'll get an
that's
idea.
right. We do have some live participation
Right,
here.
we have some Egyptian Mal kittens here today.
Yeah, and if they just start running around, don't worry about it. We're not worried.
The door's closed.
They can't leave. So now, what is this little kitty that we've got coming up here?
He is 5 months old.
Oh, how sweet.
He is a silver Egyptian Mal. And
Look at you.
he's very curious. He's just 5 months old, so he'll be,
So basically, when the judge is handling the cats, they're going to judge them based on the various points that's available for their head type, their eye set, their profile, how their body is, how their coat is, and in addition, what kind of condition they're in.
Okay,
I mean, that's
so,
a big part of
so
it as
you're
well.
sort of saying that the perfect cat in this breed is going to have these different
Correct.
points, the 100 points. Anybody ever get 100?
Very few.
I was going to say.
Very few.
Yeah, I love cats, but I don't know if they're perfect.
No, very few.
So now, what is this little guy going to grow up to be?
well, he is, he's neutered. So when his show career is over, he'll become pet.
house pet?
He's not joining the breeding program.
Okay.
But I do have
so pretty.
his mother and his father are in my breeding program. But he's already made his debut. Kittens can compete when they're just 4 months old,
Yeah.
so he's already been to one show. But in addition to the pedigree cats, the household pets category may compete. And we do have a household pet here to show you.
Okay.
So we'll send him back.
And this year, CFA has adopted some new standards for, well, I shouldn't say standards, some new programs for the household pet cat.
Okay.
Basically, household pet judging is very subjective, and it's what the judges like, and that's not going to change.
Okay.
However, household pets can now be recorded and have a number and compete. And this year, they could start earning titles for their
Wow,
household
okay,
pets. So
that
it's kind of
sounds
a
like
neat
fun.
thing. Yep.
So anybody can now become the owner of a cat that's won an award or something. Okay?
Absolutely.
That's great. Whoops, oh,
Absolutely.
we got another one coming here. Not sure. He or she,
Now
what are we
she
talking?
is, this is, she's 10 and a half
Okay.
years old,
Okay,
female,
you're very
and
pretty.
I adopted her from a shelter here in New Hampshire when she was just 9 months old.
Yeah.
She's been a show cat for the majority of her life. She enjoys it. She's not sure what's going on right now.
Hasn't done a lot of television appearances.
No, not too much. But in addition to the
Show
household
them your
pet,
best side.
in addition to the household pet competition, household pets may also compete in the agility obstacle course.
Okay.
Yeah.
She can't
And
hear
she's
me.
looking at all the
Yeah.
all the
Oh,
lights here in
now-
the
okay,
studio.
that's
So
your
now
best
now
side.
she's comfortable. She's
Yeah,
actually
now
purring.
you're showing your best.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, you are love, aren't you?
Yes.
Yes, you are. I bet that sort of wins over a couple judges too.
It
when they're very-
absolutely,
Yeah.
especially in the household pet
I bet it
category.
does, yeah.
Absolutely.
She enjoys
Yeah.
herself. She's a
And,
nice
That's
know,
good
kid.
when
you-
they like it and they're not, you know, they're enjoying it too. It's not just something
Right,
you're doing for
right.
yourself. Yeah, that's always
And
good.
she's looking around, but she's purring at the same time.
You know, that's a good point that you brought up, because one of the things, even as a judge, the cat has to be able to be handled. As a judge, you don't want to see a cat that absolutely does
Doesn't
not
like
want to
it,
be
yeah.
there.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that would be like us trying to live vicariously through our children when they don't want to do what we're trying to make them do. Not a good thing. In fact, there's a lot of parenting that goes into, I think, having pets of all kinds. Okay, so where are we here? We talked about breed standards. You said there was 100. And we just discovered that being lovable is a really good trait in a household pet. So, what is the new status of the household pets? Did you just explain that?
Yeah.
Is that the one? That's why.
Yeah, they're going to
Okay, so
be
that's the
recorded
status,
and be
okay.
able to start earning titles.
Okay. And if people go to your website, which we have at the end of the program, so you don't have to run and get a pen. But if they go to that website, they're going to get this information so they know how they can bring their household pet to the show. And
Absolutely.
Okay.
And if they just send an email to the when they get on the website, we have somebody answering those that'll
Okay.
lead them through how
That's great.
to do that if they'd like to try to
Okay.
show their household pet.
terrific. That sounds good. I hope that some of you will consider that.
The one thing that we've talked about is people that enter their cats to compete them, but it's a lot of fun being a spectator. Before I owned a pedigree cat many years ago, I would go to cat shows and I would watch and look at all the different breeds of cats and learn a lot. Well, what's nice with our club when we have our shows is we have a spectator's guide or a cheat sheet. So if you're a spectator and you come to our show and say, oh gee, I like that cat, what is it? You can look on your spectator's guide or your handout and it will tell you the breed of cat and the competition category. It's either, if it's a pedigree cat, it could be a kitten, ages 4 to 8 months.
Okay.
A cat in championship is not neuter or spay, must be 8 months or older. Most of those cats wind up making their careers, going ahead into breeding programs to contribute back to their breed.
Okay.
But if they've been neutered and spay at 8 months, then they compete in premiership. So
Okay.
those are the 3 categories for pedigree cats, but then we have our household pet category. And then we have our agility cats, our agility obstacle course runners. So
Yes.
there's a lot to see and do as a spectator, not to mention all the vendors and shopping and book sale and raffle table and everything else, pet me cats, face painting, everything that goes on. There's a lot there for families. It's
Well,
a great
one of the things
thing.
that I think I picked up on, if I'm wrong about this, please correct me, but many, many years ago, I remember going to a cat show. I can't keep my hands off of animals. And I was immediately chastised not to touch. But don't you now have some parts of the show where people can go in and pet the
We
The
have
cats.
we have a whole area as you come into the show hall. It'll be in the front called the Pet Me Cats.
Yeah.
And these people all have beautiful cats that love to be handled, love to be patted, and they'll have them out actually on tables and
Yeah.
be available
Yeah.
for people to touch. One of the reasons you ran into some of the problems you had is people are rushing to a ring and doing this, that, and it's like, oh no, you're going to ruin it.
Yeah.
So this works out really well.
And I
it-
don't think there were a lot of household pets included at the show at that time at all.
No, very few.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
few.
So,
Yeah.
so that's good to know. So I can get my hands on them if
Absolutely.
I'm able to go, and I hope I
Absolutely.
am. Are we ready to see that agility?
We can
Okay,
put up
is this a good time for it?
we have a picture of an agility cat.
Okay, we can put that up first. Can we do
okay.
that first? Is our director
Okay.
okay with us?
And while we're doing that, we can bring one of our agility cats out on the
Okay.
table. And it has 10 obstacles. We have an agility cat here.
Okay.
This is happens to be my cat. He is a 2-time national winner. His name is Modani.
You are so
And
handsome.
his fastest run time to
You
do
are
the
so
10 obstacles
handsome.
was 7.9 seconds. And the
Wow.
tougher thing is I have to stay in front of him. So it keeps me
You
in
need
top
to
shape.
stay in shape.
I
Yeah.
do, I
Oh,
do.
He's beautiful.
But
you are so
so
pretty.
this is something that people can train their cats to do
Mm-hmm.
with wand toys, because we're allowed to use 2 different wand toys
Okay.
to take them through, or we
Yeah.
may use a
Yeah.
laser light.
Uh-huh.
But they
Anything that will kind of grab their attention.
Right, now
Oh.
he's a shoulder rider, he'll go up and stay up there. But we do have some video footage of a household pet
Okay.
running the agility course, so we can take a look at that.
Cat is not in the ring when passes blood or when speak up, you will be marked absent. Thank you.
The nice thing about agility is people can try their hand at running agility for free. We have a 5-minute practice, and if you do not have a cat but would like to run agility or try your hand at it, the agility ringmaster, her name is Jill, always brings demonstration cats.
Oh, so you can
So-
kind of borrow a cat?
So children and adults can go in with our
Oh.
ringmaster and try their hand at it. It's a lot of fun.
That's great.
And we've had agility now for the better part of 10 years.
yeah.
And
that's
there are 4
terrific.
different titles that the agility cats can earn.
And I'm not that familiar with it, but I have seen this video that was just shown a few minutes ago, and it looks very similar to the ones that the dogs run.
Very
It
similar.
is, and it's interesting. I talk to people who run dog agility and ask them what the most difficult obstacle is, and they said the weave poles, which is also the toughest obstacle for the cats. It is
Well,
not a
cats-
natural motion.
Right, they want to
for-
go in a straight line.
Right, except for a snake that slithers
Oh, that's
in and
different,
out.
yeah.
I don't think dogs and cats
Yeah.
go through the weave poles
Yeah.
naturally.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of fun.
Well, I actually used to compete in horse shows, and we had that same.
Really?
Yes, we
Okay.
had to weave through. Yeah.
I've seen
Interesting.
videos of rabbit agility too, which is
Oh,
kind
oh,
of interesting.
that's-
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
that would be
really
very
interesting.
That would be great.
But
The one thing I did want to mention, on Sunday afternoon at the end of the show, there will be special awards given to the top 5 fastest agility cats, as well as awards to the highest scoring household pets.
Okay.
So that's always fun to see that.
Okay, so now how many, I think, let's see, you're judging all breeds, and there's, the top 10 will be in the final?
correct. Every judge is going to handle every cat in the show.
Okay.
Divided up by categories, as Carol explained, the championship, the kittens, the household pets, and the premiership, which is the spay and neuter cats.
Okay.
Those judges are going to bring back their top 10 cats in each category and do what we call a final. Very interesting to ask, and because it's the beginning of the show season and people are just starting out, it's good. It's a great thing for spectators to watch. The judges are very friendly. If they have questions, they'll answer questions. Don't be afraid
Great.
to ask.
That's great.
Yep,
Okay.
absolutely.
So it can be a little interactive.
Absolutely.
Terrific.
We also have the special breed presentations at noon each day, and the spectators can ask and learn more about each individual breed, and we have 41 different breeds of cats that are approved for competition in CFA. So that's
Wow.
also another opportunity.
Yeah, that'll be at noontime on Sunday.
Sunday.
Yeah, on
okay.
Sunday.
That's what I was going to ask you. Do they kind of keep narrowing it down between what's going on Saturday and the judging and then Sunday when you're doing the finals? Or how
No,
does it go?
no. Each final will be done as the judge handles the cats.
Okay.
It finishes each category. One of the reasons for it having Sunday is that we have 6 judging rings on Saturday, but narrow it down to 4 on Sunday.
Okay.
So we take those extra rings to do the special breed presentation.
Oh, all right.
As well as something we started last year called the stuffed toy judging. And so we encourage people with their kids to come and bring their favorite stuffed toy. It doesn't
Oh,
have
my
to be
goodness.
a cat. And then we'll judge it. Each child will answer some questions about why they brought this particular stuffed toy. And we'll have awards and prizes for all the children as well. If we get some that come through the door without a stuffed animal, they'll get to pick one off the table that they like and tell us why they picked that one.
Oh, that sounds like so much fun.
People
for
had a
them.
great time,
Yeah.
but I have to tell you, the exhibitors had a better time watching it, I think,
Yeah.
than the kids did.
Yeah.
Yeah, something
The
different.
kids are so creative in their reasons. And
Absolutely.
I have a great niece who just collects stuffed
Yeah.
animals, and she has a story
Right.
about everyone, remembers all their names. I don't know how,
The
but
the
she
other
would love something like that.
the other thing we're introducing this year is free face painting for children.
Oh.
Well, children of all ages. So if you come and want your face painted,
Okay.
they'll do you too.
Are there any other kinds of activities for the kids specifically? Or?
There's different kinds of games. There's a thing of find the cat, so they can go around and try to circle that. There's also a spectator's choice award, which they can bring it down, they can do their vote, and at the end of the day, we'll find out who was the most popular cat in the show hall.
Oh, that's great. So they get to kind of vote on that.
Yep, they do. And of course, the Pet Me Cats. The kids love the Pet
Yeah.
Me Cats.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I think everybody's going to want that cat that just went back over there.
The little household pet.
Yeah. Adorable. So what have we got left to cover here? I think we've gone through an awful lot.
Well, I think with our vendors for cat lovers and owners, if you like to wear cat T-shirts or cat jewelry, we have vendors who sell that. Cat condos that are made here in New Hampshire from a very reputable vendor. Scratching posts, grooming items, grooming products,
Healthy
toys.
treats.
Healthy
treats.
and definitely lots of toys, different kinds of toys to keep Kitty moving and,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
engaged.
Yeah.
So
I think that's something that a lot of people don't realize when they get any kind of a pet, that they need to keep that pet active, that they need to keep their minds active,
Right.
solving little problems and chasing things around. So-
sometimes hanging bird feeders or hummingbird feeders on the other side of your window.
Oh, that
is,
just seems
it's like
mean, though.
it's wonderful entertainment for our kitties.
Yeah. But how
Squirrel
does the
feeder.
hummingbird
Squirrel
feel?
feeder.
Feeder.
Yeah.
Squirrel feeder.
Yeah.
The other thing we have is a used book sale. Club members and other people donate it. So if you're into reading, great, you pick up some books that are really cheap price.
Okay. And are these books just about the
Oh
cats? or
no,
is this
no,
all
they're
just
mostly
all you-
paperbacks and all kinds
Okay.
of
Okay.
yeah.
So this is an extra.
extra.
An extra,
Yeah,
extra.
between the used book sale and the raffle table items, it's interesting. So
Yeah.
there's many different activities, whether you're a child or an adult, whether you're a spectator or a competitor. I've been competing for about 20 years, and I go to a lot of different cat shows all over the country, and I've been to Europe. But I have to tell you, this is one of my favorite, probably my most favorite show. And
Oh, nice to hear.
It is nice. It starts our show season off, and there's just a lot that our club members do that make it really family friendly and a lot of fun. We also always have a food table. We didn't mention that, but we do have sometimes when cats earn various titles, we have celebratory cakes, things like that. Yes, there's a tradition in the cat fancy for that as well. So it makes for a really fun day
That does
to
sound like a
come and
lot of
spend
fun.
a day with
A
us.
lot of fun.
And the other thing is people can come and go, you know, if you wanted, and then you wanted to go out to lunch or something, we'll give you a little hand stamp and you can come and go
Oh,
as
that's
needed.
good to know too,
So
especially
if-
if you're bringing children with you.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah,
Absolutely.
That's good to know.
You know, the show is 2 days. So
Yeah, and you want to repeat again where that show's going to be?
it's at Everett Arena at 15 Loudon Road in Concord on Saturday, May 2nd and Sunday, May the 3rd. Our website is seacoastcatclub.org, and there's a lot of great information there for our
And again, that will
spectators.
be put up at the end of the show so people can
Wonderful.
can see again. There'll be more information there about contacting different
The
people.
one thing we didn't say is we can take in up to 225 cats competing. So
Oh.
there are quite a few cats that come to this show.
Yeah, that's a lot.
So there are 41 different breeds, plus our household pets and agility competitors. So we stay quite busy.
Wow.
The judges stay busy, and the competitors stay busy, and spectators love it. And they get to vote for their favorite cat too.
Terrific.
And the more spectators, the more animated the judges get. They
Yeah.
love to have,
Yeah.
you know, people
So
there
it's
watching.
always easier to interact
Correct.
versus just do it yourself.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
That's good. That's good. So do you think there are any other things that we need to cover here?
Gee, we've covered a lot.
I think we've covered
Well,
pretty much everything
I
here.
can think of one thing that I think we
Okay.
should do to kind of wrap up the show, and that is, I believe there were 2 kittens over
There are.
Yeah.
Can we have
and
the
I
brown
want to make
kitty?
sure we get, I don't want them to fight when they get home about one getting more FaceTime than the
Well, we had
other.
the boy out on the table, so
So,
now we should give the
I-
little
girl.
brown
That
girl,
sounds good
brown
to
spotted
me.
girl, her
And the-
day in the
Yeah.
sun.
The little
Yeah.
girl that's coming out is also an Egyptian Mao, but a different color. It's a bronze Egyptian Mao as opposed to a silver.
Now, if you go to the Middle East, you'll see a lot of brown, or what we call
look
bronze
how
Egyptian
pretty you
Mouse.
are.
Again, she's
Perfect.
5 months old, and
I think I might have just found out what kind of cat my daughter and son-in-law rescued. It's very much like her.
well, with spotted tabby cats, tabbies come in different patterns, and
yeah.
one of them is a spotted tabby.
Also the long body and yeah. Their cat waits on the stairs for him to come home from work because she knows that he'll get the laser out for
There
her.
you go. Yes.
So
At night, my cats will run to the closet where
Yeah,
I have
they-
wand toys, and they'll say,
Yeah.
"Okay, mommy, it's time to play."
yeah,
And so I will be giving this little kitty a chance to run agility. She's never, not every cat show has agility, but our show
yeah,
does. So she's purring like mad. So I think that
yeah,
she'll.
she's very happy, very
she's-
curious.
They're very inquisitive cats.
Well, I think we've given you some idea of how much fun you can have at the cat show, and the date is again May.
2nd and 3rd, Saturday and
Okay.
Sunday, May 2nd and 3rd.
And you're going to go to the website to get any more information and take them up on that offer to bring your household pet. Let's give them a little time in the spotlight and
Oh,
look at how much
absolutely.
fun they're having.
Absolutely.
know,
The one thing with household pets that I will say, if they're over 8 months of age, by Cat Fanciers Federation or Association rules, they need to be spayed and neutered.
Okay.
And they
should
cannot be
bring-
declawed.
And they should bring proof of that with them?
No, they
or
don't need
have
to.
They
They don't
just-
need to,
Okay.
but they
Okay.
cannot be declawed. Those are the,
Okay.
the 2 things with the household pet category.
All right. Well, you can see it's going to be fun. So I hope that a lot of you are going to be able to be there, spread the word about it. It's just a really nice way to spend the weekend watching. Look at her. Too cute. Okay. So I want to thank you for watching today. And again, I hope that you will attend this event. I think you'll have a great time with it. And if you have a subject or an event that you want to cover, you're welcome to. My contact information is at the end of the show as well. This is One Voice at a Time. We're here for you. We want to know what you like, what you don't like, what you're interested in. And just get in touch and we'll make a star out of you too. Thank you, ladies, very much.
Thank you,
Thank you
Dottie.
very much, Dottie.